Marriage counsellors of Reddit. What's the stupidest reason a couple has made an appointment? My specialty is children and families. But during the pandemic, I was assigned whatever came in because it has been super busy. One lady called and spoke with me first about how her husband was horrible at communication and never listened to her. She asked for a couples session. As soon as she ambushed her husband with there is a therapist on the line that wants to speak with you, her husband screamed, "You called a therapist because I don't want to paint the house purple." She wanted me to convince him to paint the house purple, unlike any normal human who sees colours. He refused to listen to her. It's always the dishing. I don't see couples anymore because I cannot have one more conversation with adult human beings about the various philosophies of dishwashing. I work with a lot of kids, and I see far more stupid reasons that couples have not scheduled an appointment. Parents spill their guts while explaining what is wrong with their children. And 90% of the time it's the parents' marriage causing issues with the child/family. This is totally not a catch-all statement because many children have true behavioral/emotional challenges separate from their parents' marriage. But at the same time, if you feel like your child is struggling and you've tried everything, maybe try marriage counselling. Couldn't decide on which chicken to buy for their chicken farm. I had a woman come in for couples counselling. Over the phone she reported that her boyfriend, with the same last name, very confusing, was distant and was refusing to listen. When the session started, it was just her that showed up. She went on and on about how absent he was and how he refused to see the progress she had been making in her life. It turns out the boyfriend was an ex who had a restraining order against her and lived halfway across the country from her. She was delusional and was receiving treatment for her mental health issue. She just could not get her thinking away from him and legally changed her last name to his because it would mean they would be together. She figured couples counselling was the way to work out their relationship issue. Issues. Edit, not sure this is the stupidest, but it's definitely the most bizarre reason I've had someone make an appointment. Not a counsellor, but my friend is one, and a couple came to her, unofficially, because the wife wouldn't tell her hubby when her mum was coming over because she knew he'd be sick or out that day. My cousin went to counselling because her husband cuts the sandwich straight inside a diagram. When I first heard it. Was a joke. Nothing is really stupid in making the decision to come in for a couples session, but the most startling session I've had was when the couple had barely sat down and one of them informed the other that the relationship was over, turned to me and said thank you for supporting partner through this and left the office. A buddy of mine was in therapy with his wife. She told me later that my friend, let's call him Gary, has a drinking problem. Me, wait, what? Since when is Gary drinking? I never saw him drink alcohol. Her, that's the problem of Gary. I hope you are fine now. A lot of couples schedule counselling for legitimate reasons, like communication issues, but then it will come out that the real reason is something stupid, and they don't even realize it. I had a couple married 25 years who were struggling to connect, and it turned out they were resentful of each other because they both wanted to spend various holidays with their families of origin. Never talked about it. It never mentioned it. Just both simmered in silent resentment for 25 years. It was resolved so quickly once it was unearthed. Another couple came in for parenting challenges. Told me very casually they hadn't had sex since their youngest was conceived. How old is your youngest? 13. Both were acting like it was completely normal and fine and unrelated. Turned out it was not normal and not fine and definitely related. Referred for sex therapy. And heard the whole family happily graduated from therapy within a month. The entire family was seeking therapy with different counsellors for different reasons, or so they thought. No, they were not doing family sex therapy. I can't believe I just typed family sex therapy.